Hey guys, today I did Instagram nails inspired by Simply Nailogical's Instagram nails that she made to celebrate getting 1 million followers on Instagram. So first you need a base coat. I'm using OPI's Nail Envy. Then you need a base color. I'm using Color Clip's Harp on it, but if you don't have any holographic nail polish, some other alternatives would be OPI, my signature is DC, and OPI, my voice is a little Norse. So after your base coat's dry, start painting with your base color. You'll probably need 1 to 2 coats to completely cover it. And since her picture only has 3 nails, I only painted 3 nails, so don't mind my pinky finger that's not painted. I didn't notice that was in it until now. So now we're going to start painting the app. You're going to need a dark brown. I use Nuance Dark Earth. So just start painting the top half of a square to make the app shape. Next, we're going to need nude. I'm using Morgan Taylor New School Nude, and just kind of finish the square shape of the app. And you're going to need a few coats of this since it's a little thinner than the brown. So just keep making that square shape and just keep adding layers until the base color is completely covered. While this dries, we're going to move on to the follower notification nail. I'm using Sally Hansen's Sunkissed for my orange. Now using a thin brush, you're going to want to create a rectangle. So just outline a rectangle shape first, and don't worry about filling it in until it's perfect so you can make all the changes you need. After you make the rectangle, you're going to make that little triangle thing at the bottom. And it helps to a thin brush so it's really pointy. So now just fill it in. While we're letting this nail dry, we're going to start working on the heart-like button. So we're going to need red, and I'm using Morgan Taylor's Pretty Woman. So using a dotter, make 2 dots next to each other and then 1 kind of in the center of them. Now using a thin brush, make the tip of the heart and connect all the other dots. Now I kind of realized I wanted my heart a little bigger once I finished it. So now just take a brush and outline that small shape of the heart to make it thicker. And then your heart's bigger. Okay, so while this heart dries, we're going to go back to the Instagram nail. And we're going to use Morgan Taylor Nude, and I'm going to paint just another coat just to make sure it really covered the base color. Going back into the brown, I'm going to make that line straighter where the brown meets the nude, and just kind of fix it up a little bit. Okay, I'm going back in with my base color now, and I'm just going to use the brush from the bottle and just kind of round off the edges of our little Instagram square, just so it looks closer to what the app looks like. Okay, while that dries, we're going to go back in with our orange color, and we're going to add another coat to our little follower notification box. Okay, while that dries, we're going to go work on the Instagram app again. I'm using Morgan Taylor Little Black Dress for my black, and I'm going to use the tip of a Sharpie marker to create this circle of the camera. And then I'm just going to go in with my brush and make the little flash square in the top corner. Okay, while we let that dry, we're going to need white, and I'm using Morgan Taylor's All White now, and we're going to go back to our follower nail, and using a dotting tool, we're going to make the little person icon that goes with the followers. Okay, in order to make an oval shape for the head, you just need to take the dotting tool and dot it a few times up and down along your first circle. Then you're going to take the dotting tool and make a rainbow sort of shape to be the shoulders, and then just kind of fill that in. Now using a brush, you're going to draw 1. And it helps to kind of set your hand on a table just to make sure it's super steady. Now, I didn't leave enough room for the M, so I just went back in with my Sally Hansen Sunkissed and made it a little bit longer. Okay, so just let that orange dry, and then you might need another dot of white just to make sure it's not sticky since you've been leaving it there. And just go back in with your brush and make a little M. And don't worry if your letters aren't perfect, because now I'm going to go back in with my orange and just kind of fix everything up and make it look straighter. So after you finish that, we're going to go back to the Instagram nail and we're going to work on the rainbow thing. So you're going to need red. I'm using Morgan Taylor's Pretty Woman again. And you're just going to make a little stripe of red at the top corner of the app. If you want to, you can just put a little square of white underneath so the colors pop a little easier, or you can just do a few layers of the red like I am. So after red, we're going to need yellow, and I'm using OPI's I Just Can't Copacabana. And you're just going to make another stripe right next to it. And then after that, we're going to need a green, and I'm using China Glaze's Troublemaker. And I'm just going to take that brush again and make another stripe of green right next to the yellow. After the green stripe, we're going to need blue to make a blue stripe, and I'm going to use OPI's Can't Find My Checkbook. And just use that same brush and just make another little stripe next to the green one. Okay, since I got some of the rainbow colors outside of where I wanted them to be, I'm going back in with a small brush, dipping it in acetone and lightly brushing it over my nails where the spot where I don't want the paint. And just kind of repeat that process over and over again until it looks how you want it to look. So after that, we're going to be putting on a top coat, and I'm using Morgan Taylor's Need for Speed. And I'm starting with the heart nail since we did that one and finished it first, so it's the driest. And then I'm going to do the followers one because the Instagram one has a giant black dot in it, and I really don't want to smear it. So be careful on the Instagram one, get a lot on your brush, and just kind of lightly go over it. Now, taking a flat concealer brush, just dip it in acetone and wipe around your nail to get rid of any polish you don't want to be there. And that's it, now you're done. So again, these Instagram nails were inspired by Simply Nailogical's Instagram nails that she made to celebrate getting 1 million followers on Instagram. So go follow her so she has even more than 1 million. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thanks for watching. Bye.